sponsored by Ocean Wave Cleaning and Restoration.
This is Fashion Monger Academy.
Meet esteemed Fashion Monger Academy beauty contributor, Erika Marie Tapia. With over 14 years of experience in the beauty industry, her dynamic career as a licensed skincare education specialist and CEO-founder of Empowered Artistry and the CEO-founder of Beauty by Erika Marie. Erika's unparalleled artistry, expertise, and visionary will impact FMA's community. Erika's contribution at Fashion Monger Academy will focus on enhancing the educational offerings in beauty, skincare, and makeup artistry, while inspiring the community to embrace the transformative power of artistry as continue to celebrate beauty and the pursuit of empowerment. Meet Fashion Monger Academy co-host Pina Boatwright, RD. Health Coach Pina is a name synonymous with culinary excellence, holistic wellness, and a passion for teaching. As a culinary instructor and registered dietitian, Chef Pina's love for cooking, teaching, and wellness shines through in everything she does. Her holistic approach to health, combined with her culinary creativity and passion for yoga, makes her a truly inspirational figure in the wellness community. Pina's dedication to empowering individuals to lead a healthy lifestyle is a testament to her belief in the transformative power of food, fitness, and connection. Meet host Menervia Akers, legendary interior designer, self-taught artistic designer, and underground stylist. She developed flair for fashion, decor, and beauty at a young age. Now she wants to help you discover your own personal style into a stylish lifestyle through FMA lessons. This is Fashion Monger Academy. Connect with Fashion Monger Academy. Find us on social media platforms. FMA is committed staying connected with our community. You can find us, stay up to date with the latest style, beauty, culinary, curated lifestyle by following us on social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for inspiration, highlights, and FMA updates. Follow us on YouTube, watch podcast episodes, tutorial, interviews, and virtual short stories about our lifestyle curated academy. Visit our website for comprehensive information about our broadcast curated lifestyle resources. Visit the official FMA website www.fashionmongeracademy.com. We look forward to connecting with you and helping you embark on your lifestyle journey. Dearest FMA students, get ready to be entertained, inspired, and enlightened with FMA lessons. Boston, Massachusetts was founded in 1630, is the capital and largest city of Massachusetts, serving as a historic, cultural, and educational hub of New England. Known as the birthplace of the American Revolution, it features landmark sites like the Freedom Trail, a 2.5-mile red brick path leading to 16 historic sites, including the Old State House, Faneuil Hall, and Paul Revere's house, and Fenway Park, blending rich history with a modern, coastal, and academic atmosphere. Founded by Puritans, it is one of America's oldest cities. It was the site of the Boston Massacre and Boston Tea Party. Situated on Massachusetts Bay, it is known for its waterfront, including the Charles River, and is the only U.S. state capital with a coastline. Often called the Athens of America, higher education, the area is home to over 70 colleges and universities. It is home to world-renowned institutions like Harvard University and MIT, located in Cambridge, and key industries include healthcare and finance. Home to 19th century Victorian brownstones and high-end shopping on Newbury Street. Beacon Hill, known for its historic federal-style row houses and gaslit cobblestone streets. Known as a premier sports city with the Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, and the historic Boston Marathon. Boston's food scene is a mix of centuries-old New England traditions and vibrant immigrant influences, particularly from its historic Italian and Chinese neighborhoods. Iconic seafood like New England clam chowder, a thick, creamy soup made with clams, potatoes, and onions. Boston Sail Loft is widely cited by locals and critics for having some of the city's best lobster rolls, fresh lobster meat served on a toasted, buttered split-top bun. This is Boston, Massachusetts. Coming up. Legendary interior designer and host, Menervia of Fashion Monger Academy, invites you on an exclusive tour of the Parkton Project. This FMA lesson plan highlights a refined monochromatic color scheme, the seamless blend of traditional and transitional design, and intentional space planning. Inspired by the character of the historic home, the design process elevated classic traditions with transitional modern touches. Custom drapery was designed to gracefully kiss the original hardwood floors, layered alongside modern window treatments. Performance fabric enhanced the sofa, while the dining room chairs were thoughtfully preserved and reimagined with modern upholstery. Grounded in the character of the historic home, the dry bar design elevates traditional elements through a bold transitional modern lens. Legendary interior designer Menervia expertly executed the concept, transforming function into focal point. This is the Parkton Project. This is Fashion Monger Academy. Coming up next.
Coming up, host, Menervia, interior designer, fashion and style enthusiast.
Get ready to be entertained, enlightened, and empowered with FMA lifestyle created lesson plans. This is Fashion Monger Academy, fashion, style, decor, lifestyle created show. This is Fashion Monger Academy.
Welcome to the 24 Parkton Project. This is Fashion Monger Academy, fashion, style, decor, lifestyle created show.
Every home has a story, but some stories deserve to be told with intention. Welcome to the Parkton Project, where history meets modern living and design becomes deeply personal. Set within the character of a historic home, this transformation is guided by a singular vision, honoring tradition while embracing the present. Here, classic architecture is not replaced, it's refined. And modern design doesn't overpower, it elevates. Through layered lighting, thoughtful color, custom craftsmanship, and purposeful materials, interior designer Menervia reimagines how tradition can live beautifully in today's world. This is where warmth meets clarity, where comfort meets sophistication, where old-world elegance is redefined through a transitional modern lens. This is not designed for trends. This is designed for living. Welcome inside the Parkton Project.
We are here on the 24 Parkton Project, here in the urban city of Boston. My metrosexual client loves traditional, but he also loves modern. We wanted to have traditional meets transitional together by adding modern vibes with a traditional look. We're here to create that vibe. My client, he loves the city of Boston, and he lives in a city where traditional meets transitional. So let's get started. Stay tuned.
Step inside the Parkton Design Project, a space where classic elegance intertwines seamlessly with contemporary sophistication. Guided by the insightful eye of host and interior designer Menervia, this exclusive tour unveils a home that is as much a sanctuary as it is a statement, a Menervia's hallmark. Invite you into the unconventional design of traditional meets transitional environment. Host of Fashion Monger Academy, interior designer, Menervia Akers approaches each project as a narrative, and her latest canvas beckoned for a delicate balance, honoring the refined lines of traditional design while embracing the clean spirit of transitional aesthetics. The result is a home that feels rooted and reassuring, yet airy and adaptable, a testament to Menervia's instinct for curating environments that feel both lived in and aspirational.
For Parkton Design Project. My metrosexual client is a true lover of traditional, and he also loves modern. So what do we need to do to complete that look and that design for my client? That's where traditional meets transitional. Here at Fashion Monger Academy, we're here today to give you the tour of that fabulous design.
Coming up next. The entryway. The journey begins at a sophisticated apartment threshold, where the ceiling itself becomes a canvas, wallpapered ceiling in an arresting motif that announces the home's design narrative from above. An animal print fabric wing chair sits poised for arrival or departure, its wild pattern a playful counterpoint to the space's composed elegance. Anchoring the scene, a bold copper sculpture stands sentinel, inviting conversation, while a burst of colorful cityscape art pays homage to urban vibrance and the client's metropolitan roots. Underfoot, a round area rug echoes the wallpaper's palette, pulling the elements together and softening the transition into the heart of the home. Up next.
Here, we're in the entrance. Here is where it really starts. To start any project, you always want to think about the impression. What impression do you want your guests to have when they first enter the home? My client was opposed to wallpaper because that's all he remembers was when he was a child was that wallpaper, right? Everyone remembers the wallpaper in the 70s. So when he heard the word wallpaper, he cringed. But I said, it's not the same. Please trust my design. So he said, okay, only place I'll allow you to put it will be in the entrance. I said, oh, great. He goes, where are you going to put it? I said, you'll see. So if you look up, that's where the first impression will always be when someone comes to the home, will see this beautiful wallpaper on the ceiling. I scored on that one.
Coming up next. The FMA lesson plan. Design project key phases. Interior designers typically follow a structured 5 to 7 key phase process. The first phase, initial consultation. Phases 2, programming. Phase 3,
Schematic design.
Phase 4, design development. Phase 5, construction documentation. Phase 6, construction/installation. This phased approach ensures alignment on budget, functionality, and aesthetic vision, guiding the project from initial discovery through to the final reveal. You are now watching Fashion Monger Academy, FMA curated lesson plan by host, interior designer Menervia Akers. Get ready to be edified with FMA curated lesson plan, interior design Parkton Project.
I want to start off with this sculpture here. This sculpture is pretty unique. And when you design, you would like to have also an interesting, striking, conversational piece, something bold. And this really is bold. It's brass, copper looking color, and it stands out and it goes with the decor as well.
Coming up next. At the heart of the Parkton Project is a clear design philosophy. Traditional design meets transitional living. Interior designer Menervia approached this historic home with deep respect for its roots, while thoughtfully reimagining it for modern life. The goal was never to replace tradition, but to refine it. By blending the warmth and timeless elegance of traditional design with the clean lines and restraint of transitional style, the home becomes both livable and enduring. Ornate details are softened. Modern simplicity is elevated, and balance becomes the language spoken throughout every space. A refined gray color palette anchors the design, modern in tone, yet neutral enough to honor the home's history. It brings freshness and clarity, updating the aesthetic without erasing its character. Furniture selections reinforce this harmony. Straight-lined, modern pieces are paired with traditional, curved silhouettes, creating contrast without conflict. A modern coffee table grounds the space, while classic forms introduce comfort and familiarity. Textures and materials further bridge old and new. Natural elements like wood and stone connect the home to its heritage, while polished finishes, metal and glass, add lightness, reflection, and contemporary edge. Every design choice prioritizes comfort over excess. Furniture is meant to be lived in, not admired from afar. Decor is intentional, never cluttered. Each piece carries meaning, from the carefully aligned picture frames on the mantel to bold sculptural accents that add personality and presence. Modernizing tradition here is not about removing the past. It's about updating the palette, refining the details, and allowing the home to evolve gracefully. The result is a space that feels timeless, balanced, and deeply personal. This is where old-world elegance meets modern simplicity, where tradition is honored and life is beautifully lived. With Menervia's vision, traditional and transitional design don't compete, they collaborate.
Here's another striking piece, the wing chair. We went with an animal print fabric for this lovely wing chair. We really went all out with this piece. It stands out, it makes an impression, it's unconventional. When you first enter the room, when you want to take your shoes off, or you want to take a phone call, this is a great location, it's a great chair, and we really, really wanted to make an impression. It's fabulous.
Phase 1. Discovery, initial consultation with the client. All about the client to determine how they live, personal style, lifestyle, function, design aesthetics, design perception, likes and dislikes, conduct measurements and record conditions, write needs and desires, feedback, and most of all, the budget. Lighting plays a pivotal role in interior design, acting as the primary element that shapes both mood and functionality. Key lighting establishes overall brightness, while directing attention to architectural features, artwork, and curated furnishings. This is most often achieved through a thoughtful combination of ambient lighting, such as chandeliers and recessed fixtures, and accent lighting that adds depth and visual interest. In the Parkton Project, lighting was intentionally layered to enhance atmosphere and usability. The living room features accent lighting from the Thomas O'Brien Osiris floor lamp, creating a warm, inviting ambience. This is layered with recessed lighting to provide balanced, overall illumination throughout the space. The dining area is anchored by the Brea modern drum chandelier, which serves as both a functional light source and a sculptural focal point. To further refine the mood, a pair of table lamps positioned on the sideboard introduce a softer, more intimate glow for evening dining and entertaining. At the custom dry bar, recessed lighting was strategically integrated to highlight the dramatic stone surfaces and floating glass shelves. The light reflects beautifully off the materials, amplifying texture and transforming the bar into a striking visual moment. Natural daylight further enhances the home, allowing each space to feel open, energized, and connected to the outdoors. Up next,
what we have here in the entrance is an art piece from Victoria Jackson. It's a piece that represents the city because it appears to be abstract of the city. So we wanted to bring in some colorful moments in artwork. And we chose this because it does have the gray, which ties in with the gray paint. But we also wanted to have something that represents my client, which is the city. He's from the city, loves the city. He loves the political scene in the city. So this is the best thing going. We get artwork that represents my client from Victoria Jackson.
The client for Parkton Project is a single, urban-dwelling professional who straddles the worlds of classic taste and modern edge. Described as metrosexual and proudly indecisive, he leaned on Menervia's expertise to interpret his desire for something timeless, but with a twist. His brief was clear: a home that adapts as fluidly as his tastes, offering a haven from the city's bustle while reflecting his ever-evolving personality.
up next. The Dry Bar, a showpiece of artful utility. No tour of Parkton Design Project would be complete without pausing at the striking custom dry bar, a true celebration of craftsmanship and materiality. The design centers on a dramatic stone countertop that flows in a waterfall edge, cascading gracefully into the floor and drawing the eye upward to a breathtaking stone backsplash that stretches unbroken from counter to ceiling. This uninterrupted expanse becomes a living canvas, capturing elegance and reflecting ambient through the unconventional design. Floating serenely in front, a trio of clear glass shelves appears almost weightless, providing a perfect stage for curated spirits, elegant glassware, and treasured mementos. The interplay of transparency and texture underscores Menervia's philosophy: Form and function are never mutually exclusive, and even the most utilitarian spaces deserve a touch of theater.
Okay, here at the bar, oh, this was a project. This was special to do because my client wanted to keep the original cabinet piece here. I guess this one is also like a credenza, but it's built in. Okay, so he didn't want to get rid of this at all. So what made this so special, able to keep the traditional glass that came with the home, and it's stained beautifully. And the original doors, okay? And we kept some of the details also. We didn't make any changes to this, to the structure. All we did was gut it out a little bit to get rid of the bottom cabinets. That wasn't special, they're just cabinets. But I could see his point by keeping the doors. The original doors are still the same doors. Okay, so has the same little latch here. So when you close it, you gotta latch it back and close it. So this is what he didn't want to get rid of. I fought him on it a little bit, but now I understand and appreciate the value of this now. And what we did was convert it into a dry bar. It's beautiful. We put in 2 shelves. We love the stained glass. This stained glass is probably the same glass as when this house was built. It's amazing. So I'm glad he kept this feature here. This is beautiful. That's where the traditional meets transitional.
Color sets the emotional foundation of a space. It defines mood, balance, and intention. For the Parkton Project, the color story was thoughtfully curated using the Benjamin Moore paint collection, honoring the client's vision while elevating the home's historic character. A soft, light gray known as Alaskan Husky was selected as the primary wall color, creating an airy, refined backdrop that allows architecture, texture, and furnishings to take center stage. The tone brings clarity and calm, instantly brightening the home from its former dark green palette. To add contrast and architectural emphasis, Arctic Seal was introduced as a secondary color on the mantle and dry bar framing. Rich and grounded, it subtly anchors these focal points while maintaining cohesion within the overall scheme. Crisp white trim was carried throughout all 3 rooms, reinforcing a clean, monochromatic flow that connects each space seamlessly. The result is a palette that feels intentional, layered, and effortlessly sophisticated. Overhead, ceiling wallpaper introduces an unexpected moment, adding depth, interest, and a touch of modern personality without disrupting the home's classic foundation. Together, the color scheme bridges tradition and modernity, classic at its core, yet undeniably current. It enhances light, elevates architectural detail, and transforms the home into a space that feels fresh, cohesive, and timeless. This is color as design language, where subtlety speaks volumes and every shade serves a purpose. Rooted in classic tradition and elevated with modern sensibility, the Parkton Project proves that color isn't just seen, it's felt.
so let's give myself a drink. Cheers! So what we created here was a lovely bar, a nice dry bar for his guests. He wanted to entertain with his guests, and in order to do that, we said let's go with a bar, a nice dry bar, because we could just keep it as is and just put some shelves in here and call it a day. But we really wanted to put a nice touch on it. We really wanted to build this up. So we created a dry bar. We wanted to put a wet bar in, but we kept it dry because the kitchen's only a couple feet away. So we kept it as a dry bar and made a really big impression on just the beautiful stone. We carried the stone backslash all the way up from the countertop to the ceiling. And the countertops are very special because it's also a waterfall. Okay, when I say waterfall, it goes all the way down to the floor, the stone. It's beautiful. And we bumped it out about 6 inches from the original spot, which was inside here, inside the cabinet. So we wanted to make it a statement, so we bumped it out 6 inches to create this waterfall. So we made something unique out of it. It's beautiful. We put the appliances below. Time to go with the glass to match the fridge. With the bar accessories down below. This is great storage. There's 2 shelves. And here's the cigars here. And a game when guests come over. And we have the bar fridge. Can't go wrong with a bar fridge. Lights up any color you like. And we have here bottle holders, custom made here as well.
Up next, in the hands of interior designer Menervia, Parkton Design Project becomes more than a showcase of style. It is a living reflection of an individual, an urban dweller who yearns for heritage, yet craves the freedom of reinvention. Through her blend of traditional and transitional design, Menervia proves that even the most indecisive client can find a place that feels unmistakably like home. Phase 2. Design emotions. How should you feel in your space? Design preference. Details and planning, project timeline, draft floor plan, present preliminary design direction space plans. Narrow down your style and color scheme. Coming up next. Lighting plays a pivotal role in interior design, acting as the primary element that shapes both mood and functionality. Key lighting establishes overall brightness, while directing attention to architectural features, artwork, and curated furnishings. This is most often achieved through a thoughtful combination of ambient lighting, such as chandeliers and recessed fixtures, and accent lighting that adds depth and visual interest. In the Parkton Project, lighting was intentionally layered to enhance atmosphere and usability. The living room features accent lighting from the Thomas O'Brien Osiris floor lamp, creating a warm, inviting ambience. This is layered with recessed lighting to provide balanced, overall illumination throughout the space. The dining area is anchored by the Brea modern drum chandelier, which serves as both a functional light source and a sculptural focal point. To further refine the mood, a pair of table lamps positioned on the sideboard introduce a softer, more intimate glow for evening dining and entertaining. At the custom dry bar, recessed lighting was strategically integrated to highlight the dramatic stone surfaces and floating glass shelves. The light reflects beautifully off the materials, amplifying texture and transforming the bar into a striking visual moment. Natural daylight further enhances the home, allowing each space to feel open, energized, and connected to the outdoors.
This is Fashion Monger Academy.
More to come. The living room effortlessly transitions into an intimate dining area where tradition and transitional ingenuity converge. A square wood table anchors the space. Here, a traditional mahogany table is reimagined with tradition meets transitional dining chairs in a soft dove gray fabric. Above, a sculptural chandelier bridges the gap between eras, its warm glow casting an intimate ambience for both solo suppers and gatherings with friends and family, flanked by a medley of velvet-upholstered chairs in smoky gray hues that echo the living room's tactile palette. The traditional ambience lives on one side, an antique vibe wood buffet sideboard, reimagined in a gloss lacquer mahogany finish, offers both storage and a nod to heritage, brings warmth while a rotating gallery of local art hints at the client's penchant for constant reinvention.
Here we have, in the dining room, it looks like it's traditional, but it's a new furniture sideboard piece. It fits this area perfectly, scaled perfectly. We wanted to get something that looked like it's been in the family for years, and it matches the dining room table pretty well. And it's gorgeous. It holds all the dishes. It holds all of the silverware and table napkins and linen and things like that. This is gorgeous. This is a beautiful piece, this sideboard credenza. It holds all the silverware, extra glasses, the linen for the table. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. We had to replace the built-in when we built the bar, so we had to come up with some other solution. And this was the solution. It is perfect. It's like it was meant to be here. Again, it matches so well with the dining room set. And we wanted to bring in a pop of color. We did that through the lamp. The lamp is beautiful. It's blue and it just pops, and it really complements the gray color. So we needed to throw some color in there somewhere, and this is where you would throw it in with the element pieces here in a lamp.
Phase 3. Conceptual design presentation. Present mood board and renderings, project details, design and documentation, sourcing, selecting, construction/contractors document, purchase selection of furniture, materials, and finishes. Coming up. The living room. The tour opens to a living room where deep, casual, yet elegant. Emerson's sofa with graceful, sloped arms and 2 comfy tea cushions meet streamlined, Pair of custom design throw pillows with trim, custom fabric low-profile accent chairs. With matching throw pillows painted traditional millwork, reminiscent of stately mantle, plays against transitional area rug and minimalist floor lighting. Layered grayscale textures, a Menervia's hallmark, invite you into the unconventional design of traditional meets transitional environment. Up next,
here in the living room, we have the window treatments that are just fabulous, and they're timeless, and that's what he was looking for. And then we went with the custom pillow. We added trim to it, and we picked up this beautiful, beautiful fabric with this awesome pattern. It looks really great, and it goes perfectly with beautiful performance sofa. It's fantastic. It's like a cream white, so don't worry, it's not going to get dirty. If it does, it takes a little cleaning. And this fabric also goes with the two chairs that are also complemented in the room. Beautiful two side chairs that we have. We picked this sofa because of such a small space. The space is so small, we didn't want to have bulky looking furniture that was here previously. So the slope of the arm was perfect for what we picked for this room. And it makes it look a little bit bigger in here, spacious, because of the design of the couch. Design of the sofa really did matter when we picked the arms on the sofa. The reason that we picked this sofa is because the slopes on the arm. We wanted to give the illusion that there was more space in the room than there is. If you got arms on the sofa, it would just felt like it was too much sofa in this small space. So the reason that you really need to hire a designer is because they really pay attention to the scale of the room, and we want to make sure we get the right furniture pieces for you in the design process. The pillows that we have here on the sofa complements the two chairs that we have in the living room. It's the same fabric and the same trim, so we wanted it to go with the chairs. We can also introduce other pillows here as well, but this was something that my client really enjoyed having custom made for his sofa.
window treatments are not an afterthought. They are architecture, softness, and finish. In the living and dining areas of the Parkton Project, custom window treatments were designed to frame the space with intention, elegance, and restraint. Exquisitely tailored 2-inch wood blinds, finished in a deep charcoal tone called After Rain, provide structure and control, filtering light while grounding the rooms with subtle contrast. Layered effortlessly over the blinds, drapery from the Jeffrey Allen Marks collection was custom designed to graze the original hardwood floors, adding movement, texture, and a sense of timeless luxury. The fabric falls with purpose, softening the architecture while honoring the home's historic character. The look is completed with handcrafted Lexington hardware suspended on a sleek aluminum track. Clean, refined, and modern, the hardware elevates the drapery, transforming a functional element into a quiet design statement. Together, these layers create balance, tailored yet relaxed, classic yet current. They control light, frame views, and add warmth, without ever overpowering the space. This is window treatment as design language, where craftsmanship meets intention, and every detail matters. Rooted in tradition and refined through a transitional modern lens, the Parkton Project proves that true luxury lives in the details.
What we have here are the 2 chairs that we selected here. We selected 2 chairs because we wanted to have conversational pieces that will complement the space and the scale of the space of the room. We picked this style of chair with no arms, because if we picked a chair that had wings or arms, it would make the room look even more smaller. So we picked this type of chair to really complement the size of the room. This fabric is beautiful. It's another performance fabric. We got the pillow custom made with trim also, and it's the same fabric that is on the pillow on the sofa. Beautiful.
Flooring. Flooring is the foundation of the home. It grounds the design, carries history, and sets the rhythm for everything above it. Throughout the Parkton Project, the original hardwood flooring was preserved and celebrated. The client was intentional about maintaining the light, natural tone of the wood, allowing its character and craftsmanship to remain front and center. To honor the integrity of the floors, area rugs were thoughtfully scaled to showcase rather than conceal. The goal was balance, ensuring the rugs enhanced comfort and cohesion without overpowering the beauty of the wood beneath. A monochromatic gray palette was selected for all 3 rugs, creating continuity across the living room, dining room, and entryway. Each rug complements the next, reinforcing the overall design concept while allowing each space to function independently. In the dining room, the rug was intentionally scaled larger, providing both comfort and practicality, especially for dining chairs, while maintaining visual harmony with the surrounding spaces. At the entryway, a round rug was chosen to echo the ceiling wallpaper above, creating a subtle dialogue between floor and ceiling, an intentional design moment that welcomes you into the home with balance and symmetry. Every decision was deliberate. Nothing competes. Everything complements. This is flooring as design language, where preservation meets purpose, and the foundation tells the story. Phase 4 and 5. Project management. Maintain project records and progressive site visits. Finalizing design project, delivery, installation, and styling. Interior designer assessment determines the before and after summary. The previous design lacked cohesion, featuring oversized furnishings, muted earth tones, and dark elements that did not reflect the client's personality or lifestyle. The updated design introduces clarity, balance, and intention, transforming the space into a meaningful and functional home. The Parkton Project is more than a design transformation. It is a conversation between past and present. Rooted in the character of a historic home, every decision was guided by intention. Traditional architecture was honored, not erased. And modern living was introduced with restraint, balance, and purpose. From the foundation up, original hardwood floors were preserved, allowing history to remain visible beneath every step. Thoughtfully scaled rugs, layered in a refined gray palette, add comfort without competing, proof that true luxury begins with respect for what already exists. Color became the emotional language of the home. Soft grays and crisp white trim created cohesion and clarity, while deeper tones added depth and architectural emphasis. Even overhead, moments like ceiling wallpaper remind us that design doesn't stop at eye level, it surrounds you. Lighting shaped how the home is experienced. Layered, intentional, and expressive, it guides mood and movement, turning everyday moments into atmosphere and functional spaces into focal points. Custom window treatments framed it all, balancing structure and softness. Tailored blinds, floor-grazing drapery, and refined hardware worked together to filter light, soften architecture, and finish each room with quiet elegance. At the heart of it all is a philosophy. Traditional design meets transitional living. where warmth meets clarity, where comfort meets sophistication, where old-world elegance is refined for modern life. Nothing here is random. Nothing overwhelms. Every piece has purpose. Every detail tells a story. This is not designed for show. It's designed for living. With vision, restraint, and intention, interior designer Menervia transforms a historic home into a timeless sanctuary, one that honors its past while confidently embracing the present. This is the Parkton Project, where tradition is elevated, modernity is softened, and design becomes deeply personal. Parkton Project. Timeless design. Thoughtfully lived.
Sponsored by. Thanks for watching Fashion Monger Academy. Lifestyle curated episode. Watch episodes on YouTube and LCTV website lintv.org. Please follow us on YouTube, IG, and TikTok. We thank you for your support.